The story begins with a princess regaining consciousness, remembering that she was drugged and now held captive. Hearing footsteps approaching, she feigns unconsciousness. Two guards enter the room, and the princess springs into action, attacking them. Turns out she's a skilled fighter. She defeats both guards, locks them up in her place, and moves to another room. Moving to a higher vantage point, she sees Prince Julius from a rival kingdom, holding her parents and younger sister hostage. A flashback reveals that the princess and Julius were once set to marry, but she rejected him on their wedding day, escaping because she didn't love him. In revenge, Julius attacked her kingdom and took her family, demanding she marry him to claim her land. Oh no, you can't marry my sister, you fool! The princess escapes her room but faces a masked guard. She bravely defeats him. Julius, meanwhile, talks to his commander, ordering him to check if the princess is ready. The commander sends a heavily built soldier after her. Come on, man, how'd you think he's gonna climb those stairs?
Yes!
The princess, in the fortress's upper levels, plans her escape, returning to her room to retrieve a sword given by her master. Despite her father's objections to her combat training, she proves herself a skilled warrior. The princess hides from the massive soldier sent to find her by climbing down the wall and waiting for him to leave. She sneaks around, spying through a hole in the wall into Julius's room, where she sees him with his lover. Taking the chance, she positions herself to kill Julius, but is interrupted by a guard who informs Julius that the king has summoned him. The princess retreats and escapes through a small opening in the wall. As she climbs out, she encounters an enormous, heavily built guard blocking her path. Here we go again. Big guy, hope you're ready to fall. A fierce battle ensues. Despite his overwhelming strength, she uses her agility and combat skills to outmaneuver him, ultimately sending him plummeting from the upper level. The guard crashes down, right at Julius's feet. Sensing that something is amiss, Julius orders his men to search the entire fortress and bring the princess to him at all costs. Soldiers soon find her, and she fights them off, using her skills to take down one after another. Overwhelmed by their numbers, she grabs a soldier and leaps from the upper level, using him to cushion her fall. The scene ends with soldiers attacking her. She leaps from a window, using a piece of cloth to slow her descent, and lands safely. The princess slips into another room through a window but lands awkwardly, injuring herself. Ouch! That's gonna leave a mark. As she tries to recover, she senses someone nearby and instinctively attacks, only to realize it's her master. Her master quickly tends to her wounds, explaining that she came to find her after Julius attacked their kingdom. The princess feels guilty, but her master reassures her that Julius's actions are his own. She then reveals a secret waterway to help them escape. As they move through the fortress, they enter the kitchen, where some soldiers are being difficult with a woman. Without a second thought, the princess and her master handle the situation, freeing the woman. Suddenly, Myra, Julius's ally, appears with a whip. She lashes out, catching the princess by surprise. The master immediately intervenes, causing Myra to lose her grip and free the princess. As the fight intensifies, the master sets a fire, causing Myra to retreat, giving the princess and her master a chance to escape. At the waterway entrance, the master tells the princess to go ahead, as Myra will be after them. She stays behind to slow her down. The princess hesitates, but agrees and follows the path. It leads her to a prison by a lake, where her family is held. She finds 3 distracted guards and quickly neutralizes them with ease. Her father watches in astonishment, finally seeing the skills his daughter has developed. Looks like someone's got a new respect for her now. The princess frees her family, but before they can escape, the princess is overwhelmed and loses consciousness, only to wake up in Julius's chamber, where her family, master, and Myra have been captured. Glaring at Julius, she declares, "I can't stand you, and soon I'll fix this." Amused, Julius smirks and tells her if she won't marry him, he'll take her younger sister instead. He orders her to be taken out of the picture. Realizing the danger, the princess signals her master to escape with her sister. She makes a bold move, drawing their attention long enough for her master to slip away with the younger girl. But before she can react, Julius's men seize her and force her out of a window. She plunges into the water below, losing consciousness. Moments later, she regains awareness, cutting herself free and swimming back toward the fortress. Climbing up, she encounters a guard, only for her younger sister to push over a statue. Bam! Knocking him over. Well, that's one way to clear the path. The sisters share a quick hug before their master arrives, leading them into an underground armory to regroup. The princess tells her sister to stay behind, and though reluctant, she agrees. With determination in their eyes, the princess and her master step into battle, skillfully holding their ground against Julius's soldiers. Meanwhile, inside the church, her younger sister quietly frees one of the master's allies, but Julius catches her and drags her to the altar. With his eyes set on securing his reign, he orders the priest to begin the wedding ceremony. Would you really go this far if it were you? Drop a comment! Determined to save her family, the princess tries to enter the church, but Myra blocks her path. The two engage in an intense duel. Both are skilled fighters, but in the end, the princess defeats Myra. With Myra out of the way, she rushes into the church just as chaos erupts. Julius, desperate to secure his power, moves toward the king, but the master intercepts. A fierce struggle follows, and Julius manages to overpower her. Too weak to continue, she's taken to safety by one of her allies, while the princess steps forward, now the last one standing between Julius and his victory. Their battle is intense, swords clashing as Julius pushes her to her limits. Injured and exhausted, the princess stumbles, and Julius forces her to her knees, holding his sword near her. Smirking, he declares, "No one will ever challenge me again." Buddy, you might want to hold that thought. As he basks in his triumph, he makes a fatal mistake, looking away for just a second. The princess seizes the moment, taking control of the fight and turning the tables on him. With one swift move, she brings his reign to an end. Ooh, guess he's the king of the underworld now. She rushes back to her father, placing the crown on his head. The king, filled with pride, announces that his daughter will rule, ensuring that women in the kingdom will have the same rights as men. The princess, overjoyed, finds her master still alive and recovering. Grateful and relieved, she smiles, knowing she has saved not just her family, but her kingdom as well. All right, come on. Please don't just leave like that. Why not hit that like button and smash subscribe? Seriously, it won't hurt. Your support means a lot. And I know you want to watch more interesting videos like this.
There she is!